what you need to do in your future. We knew times like this was coming. A document from California I got that basically details how they're going to cut off people's social services who depend on the government. Now, I always warned of times like this to come, but now we're going to show you in the document what's coming. Also, Bill Gates will be very happy with the people who are going to get 14K plus reportedly are going to take experimental trials to be
How?
what? Infected. Remember we had these trials start a while back?
Wrong with these people?
We always said the first wave, of course, was scare tactics and propaganda. Even doctors coming out saying the numbers look like influenza.
Now the real death will
But the
come.
second wave was, we said, would probably be through the vax, where they hit people with the infection. And of course, it's we don't know what strain of corona or whatever, or flu pandemic, whatever, because they already said they wanted to put those strains out. But just think about it. 14K people. Why have 14K people volunteer to be infected with C virus? So again, they want to take part in human challenge trial, which actually is an experimental trial. Controversial vax text that infects people with virus doesn't yet have a cure. They're going to be the good people to go out there, right?
You know, it just came into my head. This is a lie. It's propaganda. It's gotta be. There is nobody in their right mind gonna volunteer for these.
Right? Go sacrifice themselves for Bill Gates.
Oh yeah, they're not.
Do you logically think that's the good thing to do? Well, anyway, a scientist works in a lab in modern Cambridge, Mass. Oh, the robot dogs. I'll show you more of that too. They don't just have them in Singapore. Of course, they're already here, but I'll show you how they're rolling them out here
yeah,
first.
they said it's to scare
imagine
the
being told to inhale
homeless.
nasal spray full of
Robot
C virus.
dogs.
More than 14K people in the U.S. and elsewhere are putting their names forward to do so. They are volunteer for work what's called a human trial, a challenge trial, ethically controversial way to test vaccines that would deliberately infect people with a virus that has killed over 270,000 people worldwide and has no cure. Ha! Yeah, right, those numbers definitely wasn't the numbers that were true, because everything is counted as a COVID death. Even if you look on the internet now, people are saying, yeah, my family, somebody basically had a concussion, or somebody had a motorcycle accident. They listed as COVID death. That's coming out everywhere. Not just I'm saying, not just people saying it. Even some doctors are now saying it. So people are going to take the Bill Gates vax, and they're going to get infected. And listen to Bill Gates the other day say he wanted the whole global population hit with the vaccine. Bill Gates said 7 billion people will need COVID vaccine. It will take 18 months. And so yeah, the demon Bill Gates was smiling a lot.
I do not care what that
have that big
son
smile on
of a
his face when he talk
beehive
about all
has
these bad
to say.
things. Just this demonistic dude running around shows you why society is in the moments it is. You don't just get used to psychopaths being on TV. You don't get used to people who take people out for a living. I mean, but that's
no. In fact, in us real people that have common sense and use our minds, it's quite, how shall I put it, offensive watching regular TV and all of the propaganda, and it makes me want to run away from it, because I happen to have common sense.
That's what's happening here. We can see that happening, right? We all can see that happening. So we're gonna go in with the report here and show you what I'm talking about, of how they're gonna make you choose, and they're gonna try to cut off your social services. And hey, it was one lady that pretty much pushed back against the tyranny a little bit, and they told her, hey, you're violating COVID doctor's orders, so you probably just, take her out of the car and arrest her because she can't go in with her kid. I'll show you that video a little bit later. U.S. Supreme Court rejects request to end lockdown in Pennsylvania. C-virus report. The ruling was made without comment, meaning fewer than 5 people. The 9 justices supported the petition. There you go. They're sitting nicely on their throne. Everything's all great while they try to enslave humanity. So I want to show you this document real quick that I was telling you about. Let's go ahead and get into that. This was sent from California to me, so let's go ahead and show you that. Alright, so here's a document I was sent from somebody who's in California. This is how they're going to try to take your social services, and the government going to make you choose. State of California Health and Human Services Department of Social Services, May 6th, Gavin Newsom, 2020. As participant of state assistance benefits, and don't just think this is a rollout for CA. New York will roll it out. All the tyrants will roll it out. Just take a listen to it. As participant in state assistance benefits, including Cash Aid, CalFresh, and Medi-Cal, in accordance with State of California Emergency Orders 3-2120 is EON 3520 and N 2520. You're being informed that COVID-19 testing is declared mandatory for all members of your household receiving assistance. So if you're
Bull-loney. This is against life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Do not take this. You keep going, and the Supreme Court is a bunch of clowns, I see.
You're receiving assistance from the government, from the social services. They say it's mandatory.
You
now,
are not a human guinea
when you read it down
pig.
even more, you find out more what they say. They say you may receive the test free of charge.
No,
Any
thank
of the
you.
participating sites in Merced, California. Please refer to the attached pamphlet for testing sites informational.
You mean the test that is 80% wrong, and they have not isolated a specific RNA DNA strand related to this SARS COVID thing. This is ridiculous. Everybody's had a cold or the flu in their life. This is propaganda and a lie to get you to take your medicine.
Information related to COVID-19 appointments. Let's just go down. Failure to obtain a test by June 1st, 2020 will result in the temporary suspension of your benefits beginning July 1st, 2020.
California, you better get off your bums and start fighting now.
And so, again, that's how they're going to get you. We got some funding for you. We got a stimulus check. We got unemployment for you. But guess what? You got to mandatorily take that test. If you don't, we're cutting off your funds.
This is horrifying.
You see how it goes? Now read the other part right here. It's even more than that. In addition, should you test
1933,
positive
Germany.
for COVID and in compliance with State California Welfare Institution Code, the Human Service Agency, Merced, California, may deem it necessary to remove all children under the age of...
Would you like to have the biggest war you've ever seen in your life? Keep doing what you're doing.
18 from your household who have tested negative, and place them in temporary foster care until such time that you have been determined to be recovered. All of this behind a global situation where doctors are already saying the numbers are looking like influenza.
Excuse me, you will never ever get away with this. Ever.
Not all the doctors are study saying it's not all of them, but a bunch of them are coming out and they get banned. So I want to give you that report. They want to use this global crackdown, this global hoax, to then say we can get your children and everything else. So I'm just saying right now, they're going to cut off the funds. That's why people had to be independent, and now you're going to have to learn how to grow stuff. And if you haven't been doing that, it's best for you to get around people that do that, because going with this right here is straight up giving in to the tyranny slowly. You give into it, you give in to more. Okay, it's a deeper hole that it goes down. This is, people really have to rethink and game plan what they're going to do now, especially in California. But that's not it. That's just what they're rolling out for that one area.
Remember,
make
this
that
is about
widespread
order
if we let it happen. So
of
that's the testing ground right now, California, and that expands here. And I'm guaranteeing you, New York will do it too. And then the other tyrants will follow through. So we got stuff like this. That's why people had to be dependent on themselves. So we want to go back to saying that, but giving you the alert as well, not just pointing the finger at you, but saying you better get ready for what they've got coming. Mm-hmm. So I want to already go ahead and take you to this next.
Are you going to let this happen? Or is this clear enough to you yet to get up and fight? And stop laying down to tyranny? I just can't believe this. I'm sitting here aghast right now. Please. Listen to your gut. Get together with your families and pray. Pray like there's no tomorrow, because there might not be. It's time for us to stop holding up, hiding, and say no more, because we can't do this anymore. We're accountable as the adults, and we also have the knowledge of the truth. So we must reveal Isaiah 33. Go read it. Anyway, that's my buddy Steven Jackson. JWTV is his website. Please go support him. He's a very good man. I pray, you guys. I pray you too.